I got some food for thought for you. For those of you out there that are people pleasers or you worry about what people think of you, here is something to think about. When something happens and in your mind you're going, oh, what are they going to think? Are they going to think this? And sometimes you'll find there's a split in your mind as to what you think is actually going down, and it can be a positive side and a negative side, and you'll generally find that we tend to lean towards the negative side. And so let me see if I can think of an example. So somebody does or let's say you're going for a job interview, right, and you're not sure if you kind of nailed the interview, and you know they're going to phone you back in a day or so, and then the day comes and they phone you back, or they're about to phone you back, and in your mind you're going, I'm not going to get that job. Now, this is an example of how the reason your mind might be giving you is that, oh, I'm not good enough, they're not going to like the way I spoke about this, they're not going to like about how I said that. And that is a version or a character of you that you are seeing in your head. And it's not necessarily the truth, because there's another version of that where they could have loved what you said, they could have loved how you were in that interview. But what you are leaning towards has more to do with how you feel about yourself. And if you can deeply feel into this and be honest with yourself, you'll start realizing that that character that you keep associating with is the character that you have built of yourself. It's not necessarily the truth of how everybody sees you. And if you can understand that there are infinite numbers of versions of you, your mother will see you a different way, your partner will see you a different way, your kids, your family, your friends, each and every one has their version of you, and not one of those versions is identical. So, which adds on to the version that you see of yourself. So here's the food for thought. It takes just as much energy to focus on that negative stuff, and it takes just as much energy. What I'm trying to say is that character that you're building, why not build a character that you love? And whenever the story comes into your head of something negative, switch it over to something positive and find something positive about yourself and start to develop that character, and watch how in your reality everybody else's version of you will change as well. And you have the power to do this. So stop worrying about what people think, because they are not thinking that. You are the one thinking that. And if you don't like what you think they are thinking, then you get to change it, because you are the one thinking. I know it's a bit of a tongue twister, but if you manage to get any of that, it's very powerful stuff. Change, find a character or elements of particular people or particular characters that you like, and start implementing that into your life. In other words, start telling yourself or start mimicking the behavior of that. So if you like a certain person because they're always kind, then mimic what they do. And then you slowly but surely, you will start to build the character of the version that you want to be. And it's very simple. And you have all the power to do it. So give it a bash. Love bomb!